Welcome back everyone, Mudford along with Jeremiah today. We're working on the Ford Freestyle. We're getting ready to go on a trip pretty soon, so we need to use our cargo carrier. And as you can see, if you notice, that's not really hooked on. Ford puts this nice fake luggage rack thing on the top, and they just put that on to hide the really ugly roof line. You can see it changes height right here for the third row seating, and it just doesn't look good, so they put that rack on to disguise that. But it doesn't have any crossbars on it, and I haven't really seen anywhere to get them. I mean, there might be a place to get them now, but we're just gonna go ahead and make some for it. Show you what I'm doing here. So there's some U-bolts that go up through, and then there's nuts that are inside. So we're just going to make a bar that's going to hook in here and run to the other side. We're going to make 2 bars. Just got this square tube here. I picked this up from Tractor Supply, 4 foot long. I think it's 3/4. So I cut some little plate steel here, just some leftover I had from building my bumpers on my Bronco. And it's 1.5 inches on this side, which is the same width as the rack, by 2 inches. And we're just going to weld this on like so. And then we're going to fit it in there and weld another one on the other end. And then once we have this in, we're going to drill holes in here. And we're going to put some beefy screws into that rack. First we're going to paint it silver to match that rack before we install it. Got one of them welded up. Not exactly perfect. Clean up the welds a little bit, clean it up. Before you make your crossbars, you need to determine exactly where they're going to go on your roof. So I put my cargo carrier on and figured out exactly where I wanted it. And then I made marks. Mark there and mark there, and that's where my bars are going to go. This is critical because this isn't the same width all the way down it. I screwed up. I measured it at the front and got like 43.5 and made my bar that. And then when I went to put the bar in, it didn't fit. So I came back to the back here, and it's only 40.5 where I want my back one. And where I want my front one, it's 42. So critical to measure exactly where your bar is going to be. This bar that I already made is 43.5, so I just need to cut 1.5 inches off of it, and then I'm just gonna weld a new plate on. Should be fine. So I got the roof rack all on. This is the way it's gonna be. It's all screwed in. I'm just gonna put cardboard and paper and tape it and just spray paint it in place because I don't want to take it back off again. So there's what we got on the front. Sorry about the quad. That's Jeremiah practicing for his race. You can see him out there tearing up the backyard, practicing for the motocross next week. So I've got 4 screws in the front ones. You can see there's a little bit more space here. The back ones, it's a little tighter to the roof. I wasn't able to get a drill square enough to get in to drill the holes out for the bottom one. So I just got 2 on the top on each of the back ones. And I also notched these, because this roof is really domed. It's not even close to flat, which is good. You don't want it super flat, but I had to notch it because it's a little closer than I wanted. But should work perfect. There's room enough for the clamps to go. There's clamps that are going to go like this up into it. I was talking about tack welding the screws in, but I'm not even going to mess with that. Somebody'd have to take off quite a few screws to get it out. And normally when we're like in a hotel or something, we're going to have all of our stuff out of it anyway. So this will just more or less be for when we're traveling. And it'll still be a real pain for someone to get it unbolted anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint it, and I'll show you the finished product. And then hopefully this is something that you can do at home yourself, or maybe you have some better ideas for a better one. This is just a this was just a real quick idea I had and just a quick execution. I don't really have much time or money into this. I just was in a hurry to get this done before our trip. So we got the bars painted, and you can see maybe those just have there's plastic knobs on the nuts for tightening them up, and it's a U-bolt that goes around the bar. Got it all tightened. Looks pretty good, fairly well centered. We're probably going to end up taking it off again anyway. It is pretty dirty. I'm going to want to clean it. This is just kind of a test fit for it. So hopefully when we open the hatch, I got it back far enough it won't hit. And you can see we got just a little bit of clearance there, perfect. So I think it's going to be good. The thing I'm worried about, it's getting pretty dark, I don't know if you can see, because this camera wants to focus and then go blurry, is the bar is a little bit weak, so it does flex a little. It's pretty close to the roof, and I'm afraid with a bunch of weight in there it might be touching the roof. But I'm just afraid that the wind might make it vibrate on the roof. So we might jam a piece of rubber or something in there on our travels if need be, right in the middle, because the roof is rounded pretty much. So it'd just be right in the middle from that rib there. From that rib to that rib, we could just jam a piece of rubber in there, and then it should be fine. So that's how it looks. You can hardly even notice the bars that I put in. They're tucked right in. You can't even see them from the side. They are a little low, which I think gives it a sleeker look and keeps it closer to the roof, which I like. It just might be a little bit too close. Hopefully it works good though.